thing that you have to keep in mind when you are selling puts primarily is that, um, uh, and I think Betty also mentioned about this, the buying power, right? So when you have a buying power and buying power is being consumed, um, and if you also open a lot of position, then selling put can be a very dangerous strategy. Number one, because all the positions will hit you almost at the same time.
Mm.
Imagine that you are selling puts and the market just pulls back, like the COVID crash, market drops about 30%, then that will be the worst time for you to close your positions. Welcome to another show with me, Manoj Kumar. I'm your host. And today I have two rising stars to share with you their journey and what they have been doing in their trading. I have Betty and I have Sherlyn joining me in this session. Welcome, Betty, and welcome, Sherlyn, for this show.
Hi. Hello, Manoj.
And Betty and Sherlyn, could you please just introduce yourself, who you are, where are you from, how long have you been trading options?
Okay, I'll go first. I'm Betty. Uh, Option trading was introduced to me by my two good friends, Shirley and Judy, which you know her very well. Um, it was just like a coincidence. We came to visit them, and then they start talking about what they're doing and how great the option tradings opportunities, and they have a great mentor teacher, which is Manoj. Um, and I am financially trained. My background is an accountant. So I became interested in, I retired, just retired. So I thought, okay, that will be a good thing to do in my spare time. And Judy and Shirley were kind enough to share with me how option trading works. And Judy was really serious. She had the whiteboard and the paper, and then and mark.
Wow. And Judy is our option market wizard as well. I interviewed her. Yeah.
You know, and then she start teaching me all the sell puts, buy puts, and buy call, and very interesting. So over the weeks, she kind of teach me all the basic, and then I got hooked on it. And then she suddenly one day she tells me, "Oh, Manoj is running a new class. It's called OSF. So if you're interested in option trading, you should join." So that's how I started my trading, and I downloaded the app, TOS, and I traded on the paper money. And I didn't start trading until I actually finished Manoj's course. That gave
Oh,
me the confidence to use real money. And I think that was how I started. So let's give the time to Shirley now.
uh, okay. I COVID, and also okay. What happened is Judy introduced me to option. Prior to option, I will start buying a couple of US shares. So rather than let my shares there be sitting down doing nothing, collecting spider webs. So Judy was very serious, and she kept prompting me. It took a long time before I decided to. COVID came, and then that's where I decided to open toss.
okay.
But I didn't do paper money. The minute my account goes in, I thought I should be able to trade, but I was quite careful. And that time fees were very expensive. It was given the first 50 very cheap, but after that it was very expensive,
Mhm.
the commissions. So my goal at that time was just to take $500 per month, constantly get 6,000, go for a holiday.
Hmm.
That was just that. And then Betty came, we play mahjong, and then we talk about options. And I don't know, a friend of ours, she was the one that we had a free class with Judy brought us in, and then we attend your introduction, and then that friend says, let's sign up.
Yeah.
I didn't want to sign up because I thought I could manage. My goal was very simple, just 500. I don't need to attend your class. Yeah, I thought, and I'm lazy. But anyway, I went in, and I have to say, after attending your classes, I don't just sell put. I start buying. I was just selling put all the time. So now I'm doing not much variation, but I do buy calls and buy put if I need to.
And
Oh, fantastic.
because you have the shares.
Yeah.
And calls
That's really, really fantastic. I mean, it's very inspirational. First of all, Judy, if you're watching, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for sharing with them. Thank you for opening up a new paradigm, a completely new field for them, and to look at the markets and options in a very different way. And also, thank you for taking initiative to explain to them how it works, and guide them into in a nice way. And you are seeing your results now. They both are my rising stars, and I'm interviewing them. So all thanks goes to you, Judy. So once again, thank you so much, Judy. And it's inspirational, to look at both of you. You retired and you took and picked up options trading from a point of view that you set your goals, you set your objectives, that this is what you want to do. And it was not just because you want to have a thrill, or you want to, just because you like it. So really, really impressive. And I'm so pleased also to look at the results that you have achieved. And you are my rising stars sitting in now. Really great. Now, what I understand, what motivated you, what inspired you to get into the options world. Did you trade anything before this, like stocks and etc.? Were you actively involved in the financial markets?
Yeah, I did buy stocks and shares, but primarily in the Singapore market.
Okay.
And previously been very busy at work, so wasn't able to really track it very well. But I do have knowledge of the stock exchange market.
Okay. And what about you, Shirley?
I was trading in Singapore shares, and in year 2018, I met a very good friend, a financial expert, and she started introducing American shares to us.
Okay.
So that's why I start doing US shares. Not much, but yeah, that's why I start learning about US market.
Excellent. And your options trading journey, then I can safely say it began with OSF. That's about 3 months ago, roughly.
For
Yes.
me, yes.
For her, yeah, but I actually start trading in November last year,
Last year.
2018.
Yeah.
Okay, November 2018. Okay, all right. Now, majority of the traders, when they begin their journey, I tell them that if you can stay break even for 3 to 6 months, consider it's a great achievement, especially when you venture into real money. So the right progression is that you have a good education. After the education, you go and place and trade virtual money or the paper trading to understand the platform, understand the strategies, and understand how these instruments work before you jump in with the real money. And so how's your journey been like? Are you profitable?
Okay. I think I I think we finished your OSF training sometime in late September, I believe. So I did a couple of weeks of money trading. Then I jumped in with both feet somewhere in the beginning. I think I've got a note here, 9th of October. I
So
started
that's
trading.
about 2 months ago.
2 months ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 months ago. And when I first started, because I have my friends Shirley and Judy here to help me, so I went in and I put 50K in as the starting capital. Then for the first month, the first few trade, I was very cautious. I go in and I come up very quickly. I managed to make some money. Then for the first month, I was very lucky. The market was just going very smoothly up. So I did simple trades. I only did sell put.
Okay.
And I did it quite close to the in the money. So my premium was quite good. So, but because it was beginning, so I was very careful. But the first month, I already got back the option trading, the OSF coaching money.
So
What I paid the first month, yeah.
On the first month itself, you
Yeah, I made about 2007.
Very good.
Just for the first
2007
month.
on the first month.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. Fantastic.
And then the second month I did better. I doubled that because
Very good.
I get better. I hold on a little bit longer, and I kind of get to know the pattern of the shares, the counters that I'm taking,
Okay.
the volatile ones. So I get higher premiums and it goes up and down.
Yeah.
So I profit from that. Then by now my profit is about close to 11K.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's very, very inspiring. Congratulations. So since you finished OSF and you went in, you're trading with real money in October, which is about 2 months, you're up about 11,000 US dollars.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
That's right.
approximately 4 times the OSF fee.
Yeah.
More than
More than that, more
five
than that,
times.
5 times roughly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 times. Yeah.
Congratulations. Well
Yeah.
done. Well
Yeah.
done.
And then I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I don't need to spend a lot of time because basically for me, because of the bull market, I can actually just do simple sell put trades.
Yeah.
And the max I hold is 2 weeks or even sometimes a few days I will sell. And I profit $500. I'm very happy, sometimes lesser. And I only have a handful of trades. I don't open a lot of trades. I have
Mm.
maximum 5 to 7 trades at one time.
Yeah.
So I go in and out and in and out very quickly. And but what you've got to watch is the option trading power, the buying power,
Buying power. Yeah.
because I only have 50K inside. So some of the stocks take up quite expensive, quite a lot they put aside for the buying power. So at one stage I was nearly I was called. No, they actually called because it went below.
Yeah.
Then, but I wasn't panicking, so I waited a few days. The shares go back up, so I didn't even have to put money in.
Yeah.
Yep. So every day I spend about 1.5 hours
Every day
trading.
about 1.5
Trading.
hours. Okay.
Trading, yeah, or sometimes less, because I don't hold a lot of options, trades. So sometimes I just put it in the working order, far away, a lot of money. If it reach, if not, it's okay. The next morning I check. So I managed to have fun with it without worrying too much.
Absolutely fantastic. This is great. I will come back to this strategic question in a little while and also share some perspective about selling puts. Let's hear from Sherlyn. How has it been for you?
Oh, she's luckier. Or I would say I'm more lucky in sense, but I went in November 2018. The first 3 months I trade a lot because I had very cheap commission. And imagine what happened to me in the month of February, March, April with COVID. Oh gosh. Uh, I didn't get into the red, but my I put in 50,000, and when my buying power reduced to 10,000, I felt very uncomfortable. So I went to top up 100,000 at that time. So
Mm.
my capital is 150,000. So like I said, initially my aim was to get 500 per month, but once I pump in the extra 100,000, I double up my target. So I remember in the month of March, April, May, I didn't trade much. And I tried to do buy puts, or I was losing money in that sense. So instead of not trading, not selling put, I was losing. In 1 month I had the red, 2 months I was not doing anything.
Yeah.
So I market start picking up, and then that's where we join your class.
Yeah.
I realized that when I will buy put or buy call, I buy next in the money or in the money, at the money. At that time when I was doing it, I was thinking, oh, how much, what is the strike price I should buy it? Oh, I think I'm willing to pay $100. So that's what I do, not so much of anything else. So lucky for me, in October, I that was my first 1 year, and I made 12,500. So I was very
$12,500 in the month of October.
the whole year.
The
Because
whole year.
I
Okay.
had not trading at losses.
Okay.
So at 12,500. But November and November, December was fantastic. I made not close to 9,000 these 2 months.
These 2 months, close to $9,000.
Yeah.
And you joined OSF in October, end of September.
In October, I got back $3,000 that covered the fees as well.
Okay. Very good. Awesome.
First batch, which is September. I think we
Yeah.
finished
So we
it.
got back the money in the first month.
So first month is about 3,000, and in the last 2 months, October, November, and December, approximately 9,000. So that makes it 12,000. Is that correct?
Yes.
So $12,000 since you joined OSF, and you have recovered whatever the losses were there, even the COVID, that's
Yeah.
separate,
Yeah.
and you are enjoying it. This is really, really awesome, commendable, commendable, fantastic. So is it fair to say that for almost since 2018 until September, when you joined the course, you were kind of just struggling, making your way through, didn't really find consistency?
I was not consistent, yes, but we were lucky. I think we were both lucky. We had a guru as ourselves, a mentor ourselves. So she helped us a lot
Yeah,
because we sometimes not sure what to do.
yeah,
So, but our aim was quite. I do a lot of self puts more than anything else.
yeah,
But I start trying to do after your classes. I start try to do more verticals and more buying.
yeah. So this is really and a very, very inspirational story, frankly speaking. And why I do say is for a few reasons. Number one is, when we get retired, then after retirement, the key thing comes in: what's next? Sometimes you may have some hobbies and passion that you would like to do, but one of the key thing, one of my mentor, Richard Russell, actually told me is that if your mind isn't active, then no matter what you pursue, you're not really going to enjoy your retirement. It may look all rosy, how it looks like retirement will be great. You'll be sitting on the beach drinking Coke and coconut. It doesn't work that way. So to see that you are actively using it while profiting as well, and enjoying the journey at the same time is absolutely awesome. Now, with the conversation that I'm having from you, it seems like that selling puts is your primary favorite strategy. Is that correct?
For now,
But
yes.
now
For
sure
now,
win.
For now, yes, because the markets are going up, right?
Yeah.
yes, that's right.
Correct. And in your option success formula program, you have also learned, if the market will turn bearish, then what kind of strategies we can do. So of course, I'm pretty sure you will switch your strategies according to the market direction as well as it go.
Yes.
One thing that you have to keep in mind when you are selling puts primarily is that, um, uh, and I think Betty also mentioned about this, the buying power, right? So when you have a buying power and buying power is being consumed, um, and if you also open a lot of position, then selling put can be a very dangerous strategy. Number one, because all the positions will hit you almost at the same time.
Mm.
Imagine that you are selling puts and the market just pulls back, like the COVID crash, market drops about 30%, then that will be the worst time for you to close your positions. Because if you do not have enough buying power, and if you have too many positions, everything is going to hurt. And either you will have to top up your account dramatically to make up for it, or book your losses. And that is the worst time to book your loss. That is the time actually to buy shares, not to book your losses, right? So I'm very happy, Betty, that you are managing just with handful of position. And these are the companies that you are confident about, that even if you're assigned, you will keep that, right?
Yeah.
As you are working on selling put, I would also make a suggestion to look for hedges and how to pay for your hedges. So let's say, you are selling a put on a company called, I'm just taking it for example, Microsoft. And you think Microsoft is a great company and that is a great price that you are willing. And share price start to drop and drop and drop and reaches to the point where you are happy to take it. But prices can continue to drop and can continue to drop. So instead of pocketing all the profits or pocketing all the credit, it may also be a good idea to reinvest part of that credit to buying some cheap hedge, which you should assume right from the beginning that it will expire worthless. And this simple trick or simple hack will actually save you from any flash crashes or any huge thing. And it is not so much because you will make money from that small little option or that little put, but it is because it will stop you from the margin calls. It will not let your buying power go dramatically down, because it will then act like a vertical hedge. You sold put and you purchase put, it will act like a put credit spread. Okay, so keep that in mind as you are building your strategy, and as you are looking at more and more selling puts. And also be keep in mind that markets trend in cycles. Market do operate in cycles, and we are in a bullish cycle right now. I've been saying that, and 60 days post election will over somewhere around first week of Jan. So we have to be careful that markets may start to roll over after first week of Jan. So watch out for those positions too. Well, great. I got from you that you have attended Option Success Formula program. How was your experience of learning your education? Was the program, for example, structured in step-by-step manner? Were you able to pick up the language, uh, the way it was designed, communication with your coach or mentor community? How was your overall experience as a student?
I When we first started, it is the OSF. It was the first time that Manushu started the Zoom class. So during the Zoom class, it was quite stressful to write down all the things because I'm very new to option trading. But as we have finished the course, you have started to build up this very structured course learning modules
Option Pundit.
on the Option Pundit website, which is very helpful. Then I can slowly go in and then look at it, repeat and repeat where I don't understand and start making notes. So that is very, very helpful. And after that, we have the Facebook and the Telegram, which will assist us throughout the time as we trade now with your comments and your tips. The only
And
thing is, I'm afraid that you see, before this, I don't use Facebook. I'm not familiar with Facebook. So now,
yeah,
now I have to start learning how to use it.
how was your experience, Sherlyn?
Your course was good. It gets me to understand better and really look at the toss per computer. I trade, believe it or not, using iPad. I don't use computer a lot. So for once, I have to start using uh, toss, get to understand the graphs, and once in a while. Initially, I was hardworking. I read back the notes. I went through the recording you make, but now I'm getting a bit complacent. So I only maybe I'll start looking at it again to refresh my mind.
I think when the market turns,
Yeah.
sideways or down, that's the time where we have to be
Yeah.
very careful and read the notes again,
Yeah.
how to
Yeah.
safeguard ourselves.
In fact, some other students gave me the feedback that this class, especially those who join after you, because yours was, if I remember, the Zoom
First
class
batch.
correctly,
Yeah.
first batch. And for the subsequent classes, they are watching the recordings. So they are seeing the output of that training. So they have enjoyed it. What they're saying is the feedback I'm receiving that it is actually much better than the face-to-face class. Because when you are attending face-to-face class, many times, depending upon the position of the room, the blackboard isn't very clear, the slides
Yeah.
may not be clear, there is a glare and things going on. Now I have the screen in my front and I can see where it is. Then sometime, you might be speaking fast, you might be speaking slow. Here I can pause, replay,
Replay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and go back to the screen. And at that time, once the words are spoken, it is spoken. There is no way to go back and trace what I said. But now you can hear the same thing all over again if the concept isn't clear. So they are enjoying it. I'm so happy that we took that effort. And at least for this thing, I can say thanks to COVID. Otherwise, we would have still been conducting the face-to-face classes.
Yeah.
Um, then now we are also developing the notes and the quizzes. So after each module, you will be required to clear an exam.
Oh dear.
And that way, it will make sure whether or not you have understood the
Oh.
concepts very clearly.
Hmm.
Now, I would like to know, as you have done strategy successfully, and both of you have made, Betty made $11,000 in 3 months, and Charlene have made about $12,000 in 3 months. Share with me first your maybe a losing trade that really that's something you didn't like, and if given a chance, you will never do that again. So new listeners can learn from your experience.
and I'm very fortunate. I don't really have any regrets on what I've done wrong. Only when I did happen, I did the wrong. Instead of sell put, I did a buy put or something, which I luckily I saw the when it posted out what I did. I thought, okay, there's something wrong. So I managed to reverse it and just a few, less than $10 loss. So
Excellent.
that
You
was
know, it's
just
a
careless.
Yeah, and you know, Betty, it's a very common mistake. When I share that in the class, people usually laugh because they think that it's so stupid that you will never do this. You wanted to sell, why would you buy? But I
Yeah,
said, when you're actually trading at that point of time, when it's like a dashboard, you have so many things in front of you.
yeah,
It does happen that you forgot one click and then suddenly result, and the money is real.
yeah,
It's not. And if you make a mistake, as opposed to, and the other common mistake that people do is that they wanted to sell one, but they actually sold 10, or they wanted to buy one, but they
yeah,
actually purchased
yeah,
10.
yeah. That one,
Huh?
I'm very lucky. Judy corrected it for me. She changed changed it to
Fantastic.
one. Otherwise, it's always 10. You have to
Yeah,
amend it, but it's now set as one.
yeah, fantastic,
Uh,
fantastic.
yeah.
How about yourself, Betty? Sorry, Shirley. Any
My
losing trade?
my experience. Okay. Uh, Before I joined your class, I heard Judy and another friend of ours who also joined your class. Her name is Anne. They were doing vertical, butterfly, well, all kind of names. So I said I must try. I've been doing only one, yeah. So I decided to do what you call vertical. Now I know what's vertical, but in the first few months, don't even know what's vertical. So I like pizza. So did the DPZ. So I did vertical on, I think the market is going up, so I do the downside. Then when I did a downside, pizza is a very interesting counter. It can go up like that and goes down like this. So I was very badly hit in one leg. So they will say, oh no, you repair. Oh, repair. So I went to repair, do the other leg.
Yeah.
The minute I buy the other leg, it goes against me.
Yes.
So that was my biggest hit. But instead of losing 2,000, managed to lose about $800. So
Okay.
that really stays in my mind up to now.
Yeah.
So my rule is don't sell vertical, buy vertical. After your class, I do more buying verticals and selling verticals.
Actually, first of all, this is great that you were able to repair your trade and do well. Um, you could sell verticals and you can buy vertical. Both are great strategy. But I think what I'm sensing from you is that you should do what you understand better, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
If,
yeah.
if you do not have a great understanding of a strategy or something, then don't touch it. Just stick to what you already know and paper trade what you don't know. So this way you can work on the opportunity areas while making money with the strength area.
Mm.
Ultimately, you see the goal is to generate profits and income from the market. The strategy and etc. They are just the tool. We will use the tool which allows us to make money, even if it means boring. I have some interesting conversation that people keep chasing the strategies because they get bored. And I said the boredom is only when you can show me consistent money for at least a year or 6 months. Only then you are allowed to say yes, I'm bored. If you cannot show me 6 months of consistent success, then you can't say that you are yet bored because you have not gone through the complete market cycle, or you have only been seeing the one side of it. Wait, the second side is also coming. You need to show the skills. You need to show, can you actually handle that type of market as well.
Mm.
Well, that's great. And as you are selling put, the market goes up and goes down as well. So how do you keep your calm? How do you make sure that you are not panicking or being driven by the market fluctuations?
For me, I think I put this 50K in. It's just to play with the option. I'm not. It's spare money that you can put aside, and So and I know that in this bull market, I think it can go down a little bit, then it will go up again, you know. So I don't panic. Just have to make sure that the buying power is okay. My BP, my blood pressure is okay. Then
I like that. Can I use that? Can I use that?
I just let it, you know, I'm not worried.
Can I use that word? Can I
Yeah,
borrow
sure.
your word? Yeah, blood pressure. Yeah. How about yourself, Sherlyn? How do you manage?
uh, Actually, I did a lot of contracts at the beginning of my trading of options, and when COVID came in, almost I would say all of my contracts were red, ITM, all of them. But then I only go into shares that I'm willing to buy, even though it's expensive at that time. But I'm willing to buy them and hold them since I think I can manage. And lucky for me, um, after your class, I also learned I have time at my side. So I didn't get hit. I was not forced to buy any of them. And even up to now, I still have at least, I think, 15 to 20 of those contracts still in the red,
Hmm.
especially the financial side.
Yeah.
On my financial side, I like the bank, so that's why I get hit. And my Carnival, I like Carnival, so, and the oil.
Yeah.
This in the red. But I didn't get panicked because I realized now after going through this cycle, if you get hit and if you can hold to the shares, you'll be fine.
Absolutely. And I think that's where the key to success lies if you are selling options, selling put options, because we don't sell call options, remember?
Yeah.
We don't sell naked call options. Um, when you are selling puts and you can hold on to those shares, if you have great conviction about those companies,
Mhm.
that those are great companies you would love to have in your portfolio, you can sail through it. And um, one minor perspective correction that I would like to share with you, as I do have the benefit of trading the market for so long now.
Mhm.
Markets have been going up after every pullback since 2008, because we saw that Federal Reserve, kind of intervened, and loose money policy basically have been all around the world, low interest rates and etc. But that is not normal. That is not normal. In the markets or the days prior to 2008, markets used to go down and go up. These days, when we are seeing only one way up, it's simply because it's artificially supported. Nobody has this concept in mind that market can actually crash or will go further. So keep this in mind that any day could be that change day. If you have that thing in your mind, then you will be cautious. Unlike those people who are just, full on greed, and they think that market will never go down, then they are just waiting for that shock. That shock can happen any day. Okay, so remember this: risk never sleeps. Remember what I say: risk never sleep. Keep that in mind and enjoy it. Now let's talk about the profit side. Share with me a trade where you made maybe your most profit, or that you are most pleased with, and what were the characteristics of that trade.
I in October on beginning of November, I like Tesla because it's actually goes up a lot. And then I got cold feet when I know that in fact it's going to be IPO, and it keep going up and up and up. It's like it's got a, I got frightened, so I stopped that. Then I started trading in and out of Zoom. Zoom really goes up and down, like nobody's business. It's so funny, I always lock in my profit, then I watch a bit. When it comes down a bit, I go in again, and when it goes up $500-600, I take the profit.
Okay.
So and Netflix is also quite volatile. I also like to trade that. But I must tell you, beginning when I started my option trading, $10 I will take. The first week of option trading,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure of which stocks, which ticket I like,
Yeah.
which one is really nice and volatile. So I look at it, I stare at the computer, it never moved.
Yeah.
So one day I came running to Judy and Shirley. I said, I have a great idea. I have a great strategy. They were so excited. So I tell them, to make $10 is not that difficult. But now it's no more $10 trade. It's
Yeah.
like a few $100, five, 600.
Okay. And these are the companies that you are once again happy.
Now, yeah, Zoom, Netflix, those volatile ones that I would
Yeah.
take. FedEx also I trade a lot.
Yeah.
I just go in and out, in and out.
Okay.
I
And
follow the trend, but
so how do you decide the trend?
how do I decide? I mean, basically, these are the IT companies,
Yeah.
the technical shares, which seems like the in thing that everybody is buying. So I look at what is the trend, like what is the in technology stock is seems to be the in thing. Some of the very nice stocks, but it doesn't move. It doesn't give me enough premium,
Yeah.
so I can't go in and out. So I observe and I zoom in onto a few of those shares, and as I say, I only have about 5 or 6 counters every time.
Okay.
Yeah, for now, but I need to change my strategy. I know that when the market changes,
Yeah.
and I use your tips when you give me interesting condos or whatever, then I will follow because I don't have enough knowledge now to do it by myself.
Yeah. Soon we'll talk about that as well on new strategies. But as of now, at least for a few more weeks, we can see that
Yeah.
we are in a bullish trend. What about Shalin? Any share from your
Share,
profit?
okay. I think my best three counters, I would say first is Microsoft, and I sell put, but I did the covered call that you taught us, and I got that added up into my profit also. So Microsoft was my first winner. Then Microsoft, I really want to own the shares, so it never get hit, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know, but I don't know. So that's my best trade, and I haven't get hit yet. My next one was Boeing. Boeing was going down, and I had a new strategy for Boeing, which I learned from Judy. At what price are you willing to own the shares? And at that time, I put a price of $150. 15, yeah. So I only do it 1 2 months, and then I will close it then. And that I did that exercise a few rounds, and it came up to every round when you close, you make at least $500.
Hmm.
You do a few rounds, but now unfortunately, Boeing has gone really up.
Yeah.
But I'm still looking at it. Then third one, believe it or not, was Carnival.
Hmm.
I bought Carnival before the crash. So I thought that if I were to sell put on Carnival with a ridiculous low price at 10 lots or something like that, I will start to recover to cushion out my holdings.
Average
Yeah.
out the
To cushion out my loss because I bought Carnival when it was real high. So that was my third winning, and each time they make about not too bad. So these are my first three main counters.
For me,
Wow.
I don't want to hold the shares. So my strategy is go in and out, and then I'll just take the
Yeah.
profit.
Just take the profit. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, the goal is to generate whatever, I mean, profits and whatever targets you have set up for yourself and then do it. I see some whiteboard in the background. What was that? Share a little bit. That board behind you?
Oh,
Just for today, what we did was we guessed what would be today's closing for SPX.
Okay.
I used my own method, and well, anyway, today I guess, or let's say yesterday, because today I'm kind of shy.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we guess is going to be 3710 or 3720,
Okay.
and it closes at 3722.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Really
So
awesome.
we use this to do the throwaway trade.
Okay. All right. All right. So what's your guess for tonight? Yeah.
We guess it's 3740.
3740. Okay. Like all time high. You're expecting it to close at all time high?
I guess the package will come out tonight.
Okay. Fantastic. Now, as you have been trading for a while, you have seen ups and downs of market. If you were to look back and see what sort of role a good education, a good financial education will play. Now, a person may not require financial background. They may not need to have that kind of um, um, specialized education. But if they want to go into stocks or options or any other trading, they need to learn how to trade it well. They need to understand the terms, etc. So, what is your perspective from an education point of view before someone begins trading?
Um, the financial market, we need a we need the we you need to have the basic, you need the financial training, even if you're not a financially trained person, but you need someone to bring you into option trading, because it's actually quite a um, complex, what is the word, complex trade, or complex uh, financial instrument. If you don't know how to do it, you can be burned.
Hmm.
Oh, um, I think it's very important to have the training. After trading for 10 months, and then I joined your class, I realized the difference. Even my mentor tell me she can see the change in me. When I was making like 500, so happy. Now I'm looking at phone numbers already. She can see the jump after attending your class. I would say yes. Now I can say I'm more confident to do the verticals and of course the singles. But I'm still do not know how to repair or things like that. I suppose that'll be the next class. But I haven't gone to your training. At least I know how to calculate if I'm in the money. Should I panic or I still got some time value left? Things like that. So that helps. If you had not gone from the any formal education, you don't know what you don't know. But ever gone through, you at least know enough to trade better
Yeah.
and not get burned.
This is so absolutely critical. Yes, sorry, go ahead.
There's also, there's so many technical graphs, there's so many strategies and techniques that without going through a training you won't know.
Mm.
That you know, you don't know how to hedge, you don't know how to cushion, how you can save some costs, or if this particular trade is very expensive, you can do a spread to counter off the cost. So there's so many techniques that you can learn if you go through proper training.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. I mean, it's absolutely so critical if you think about the education part. Like, for example, even if you want to start a factory, you want to start a new business, wouldn't you go and learn how to do that business well? And sometimes people think that trading business is very easy because you can just fund your account, open an account, and you're good to trade. It doesn't work that way because money is yours and you've got the best interest to take care of it. Nobody else is so interested in your money as you yourself are. So sometimes I feel it's a great if one can find a good coach or good mentor, whoever that may be, it's worthwhile an effort to really learn and do it in a proper way. Now, it's been we've been enjoying. Are you enjoying this conversation?
Oh yes,
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 yes.
yes, very much
Any
so.
any other thoughts, things you would like to share with people who are watching, with my viewers, especially beginners or people who have not yet achieved consistency? Any thought process? Maybe your favorite stock, maybe favorite strategy, maybe favorite book, maybe favorite website, or anything. It doesn't anything you can share.
I think I'm not really qualified enough to to say much. I'll leave it to Shirley.
No, I think I'm also very new, although I'm into my 14 months. Uh, I can only say if anyone is listening out there, do attend classes because from my experience, I've traded 14 months. I just realized 14 months, and for these 3 months, I had 12,000. The remaining 11 months, I didn't even make that 12,000 to be honest. So again, market timing is important. It's not just anything else. So also don't be greedy.
Mm, yeah.
Don't be greedy.
I think basically you need definitely to go for training
Yeah.
in order to learn what is option trading, what are the strategies, what can you do, what should you avoid. Then you have a group to trade along. You need trading buddies.
Yeah.
Then you watch the news to see what's happening in the world. Then you build up your confidence.
And one thing I want to add is if you pay to learn, you definitely make sure that you get back what you the fees back. I think there's a saying that goes like that. So if you want to do option trading seriously and not drop out, pursue it because you will try to cover your fees.
Yeah, so it's like a forced motivation in a way that
Yeah,
because you've
that's right.
invested in the program, you want to make it back and really transform your lives.
Yes.
I enjoy this conversation, and I'm honestly, it's very inspiring to see you succeeding. I mean, profit and loss is, yes, one part of the story, but the second part of the story is also to enjoy the process, to enjoy the journey. And I see both of you enjoying that journey together with Judy as well, and it's just so good. So, on behalf of my viewers and listeners, I would like to thank you um, for being with me, and thank you for sharing your experiences. And once again, congratulations on being rising stars as well. It's
Yes.
an honor and privilege as well for me to provide that recognition for the hard work that you have done. Keep sharing and keep enjoying. Just don't be greedy, and do remember, risk never sleep. Risk never sleep. You want
Yes.
to say something?
No, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you, Manoj.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
And if
For
you,
showing us the money.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. The
I'm a
money.
money magnet. Remember, what's the
Money
keyword?
magnet, money magnet.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm the money magnet. We are the money magnet.
You're the money magnet.
Yeah.
Yes, and this was a great conversation, fantastic. And what you liked, if you pick a few points, write that into the comment sections. Enjoy it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy your trading journey. Wishing
Thank
you all the
you.
best. This is Manoj.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.